Hello, friends. We meet again. And today I want to cover a very, very important subject, something that you all want to know very eagerly, and something that affects your business directly is that how do you generate client meetings? It's a very, very long subject, but in next 10 minutes, I'll try and cover the most important things that you need to follow to be able to generate client meetings and to be able to grow your business. Let's begin. The first thing that you need to understand as a business and as an entrepreneur, as a professional who is asking for someone else's money, someone else's time, you have to understand that it's very important to build your brand. Now, brand is a very big subject in itself. So, what does building your brand mean? In the simplest terms, building your brand means, or your brand name means that what do people say about you when you are not in a room? To give you an example, suppose if we talk about Maruti Suzuki, right? We all know that Maruti Suzuki is a brand of car. But if I go one step below, then I also think about Maruti as an affordable and reliable car. All of you agree, right? So that is what being a brand means, that you stand for something. And when you are a financial advisor, when you are a wealth partner, when you're asking clients to invest products recommended by you, then you also need to have a strong brand, something that your clients will associate with you when you're not in the room. So there are various ways to do it. Some people, for example, I know this very, very successful advisor in Delhi. He wears a coat, and on that coat, he has got written volatility coach, right? So that's how he has built his brand, that he's a volatility coach. You can choose to build your brand in many ways. What do you want people to know you as? Or but I think there are few things that we all know that there are given. All your customers have to think of you as trustworthy. All of your customers have to think of you as knowledgeable. All of your customers have to think of you as proactive and someone who provides good service, right? Of course, if you're working with Wealthy, one big advantage that you have that your customers will also think of you as technology led as an advisor because all your business will be done using technology. It's very important even before you get start focusing on generating client meetings is to figure out what do you want your brand to be. Moving on, as I said, generating client meetings is something that is topic that can probably take hours, but I've tried to cover everything in a few minutes for all of you. Right? So the first thing that you have to do, of course, so if you are starting any new business, right? Even if you are starting a furniture shop, even if you are, let's say, starting a restaurant, what will you do? The first thing that you will do is that you will let everyone you know that you are starting this business, right? And let's say if you're starting a furniture shop, maybe you will have an opening day. In our business, it's a business that can be done out of your phone, it can be done out of your home office, but it is very important to announce yourself to the world, right? And it is very important to now keep announcing yourself to the world. And when you announce to the world, you have to also tell why you're doing this business. Because when I'm doing a furniture shop, right, I am expected to be someone who is has a furniture shop, and I can, okay, as soon as you put a furniture, I don't even ask you whether you are an expert in furniture or not, right? But when it comes to investments and when it comes to managing someone's wealth, people want to know that you actually are an expert or not. That's probably the most important things. So you have to be able to explain that why are you doing this? And you should have a strong reason, because if you have a strong reason, like for example, I talk about my reason. My reason of starting this business was that I saw my clients struggle with money. Like they were busy earning and saving, but they're not really investing. So when I speak like this to clients, they relate to it that yes, this person actually is someone who went through this problem himself, and that's why he is doing this business or doing this profession. And please, please, please remember, and it's very important to know that you are not a mutual fund agent or an insurance agent. You are a solution provider. You are a wealth advisor to a client's needs. So that is very important to remember that when you're announcing yourself, of course, you can say what all products you offer, but the reason for you to start the business will is not to distribute products. The reason for you to start the business is to help, like this partner I know puts it very beautifully, that the reason why he started this business is because he thinks of himself as someone who connects his client's dreams to the financial product. So that's why if you have a personal story, please use that personal story to announce to the world. And if possible, I know it's not possible for everyone, but if it's possible, please do an opening day of your launch of your business and invite few friends and family members and talk about why you started this business. So these are that's the first step in generating any client meeting, and that is to announce your business to the world. Second step, now even before you generate any client meeting, it is very important that you at least convince three of your closest friends or family members to, if not do anything, not do any detailed financial planning, nothing, just start an SIP with you. And I'm sure you also have 10 friends or 5 friends or 8 friends or 10 family members, right? Convincing three people is actually not very easy on a product that is so good, right? So you should convince 3 to 5 friends of yours or family members to start SIP with you. And what will that do is that it will help you build confidence, because they are your friends, they're your family members. You can make mistakes with them, you can fumble in your pitch with them, but it will give you a lot of confidence, and it will be something that will also be a very good practicing ground for you. So once you have announced yourself to the world, the second thing you do is you should actually do SIP of 3 clients who are your friends or family members. Okay. Now the third thing, when we think about this industry, this profession, one things that our clients expect from us is that we understand the markets. We understand, we are knowledgeable about economy, we are knowledgeable about products, we are knowledgeable about equity. So the best way to show is to regularly share content. And I know sometimes you may not have time to create that content or create those images or create those posts. So on Wealthy Partner app, you have a very good feature called Poster Gallery. You can go to Poster Gallery and you can actually keep sharing a lot of images every single day and post them on your social media status, post them on your WhatsApp status, post them on your Facebook, every social media platform that you're on, so that your clients, prospective clients who are your friends or family members or whoever knows you, whoever is connected with you on social media, will start to recognize you as an expert, right? And that is very important, because unless and until they recognize you, because the first time you meet them, right? If I'm walking in a client meeting, and if that client meeting has already seen some content from me in 8, 10 times, or has seen some of my posts on social media which he or she liked, then my job is already a little bit done. That client already knows that, okay, I'm an investment expert, so I don't need to explain to him again that why he or she should invest or give or buy financial products from me, right? The next step post that, once you have started, once, let's say, the first 10, 15 days you've done all this, then the next step we have to do is that we have to make a list of 100 prospective clients, right? And please remember that these first 100 clients should be people that you know. Also remember that in India, we are in such a, we all know investing is so important, so required, but only 3% people invest. So every person that you know or you meet can be a client, right? They can be an SIP client, or they can be a term insurance client, or they can be someone who are investing already but they want a portfolio review, or they might be someone who are thinking about retirement and want retirement planning done, or some people are thinking that, okay, in next 10, 15 years I need so much money, how will I, create that corpus, right? And in initial days, what is more important for you is not how big a client it is, but more important is how many clients you have. To give you an example, I remember this advisor from Chennai. His first client that he acquired ever was someone with 10,000 rupees investment. Now, you won't believe when I tell you that 10 years later, that same client has almost 10 crores worth of portfolio with him. So people start, even if they have a lot of money, they will always start small. So don't focus on extracting the maximum amount from your client, but focus on increasing your client base. And again, as I said, please remember that the first set of the 100 people that you call, or the list that you make, should be people that you have some relationship, some contact, some regular interaction, because they are the first ones who will trust you, and who are the ones who will know that, okay, this person is someone that I can trust with my hard-earned savings, right? Once you have made the list, then the next step, of course, is how to get a meeting. So the first thing you need to do is to pick up the phone and start making phone calls. And when you make your phone calls, have your 30-second introduction very clear, written and practiced, that why are you calling him, what is your business, and what is it that you can help them with. And then once you have done that, then there are, various ways, but one good way that I have seen work for a lot of advisors is that what these advisors do is that they make these phone calls and invite clients to an event. That event can be a digital event, or it can be a physical event. And if you, the relationship manager that is assigned to you at Wealthy can actually also help you get that organized. But those events are the easiest places, because even if you're able to call 20, 30 such people to an event, and more importantly, you will have another expert who is talking about markets and who is talking about investing and who is talking about India as a country, you will get a lot of confidence. And more importantly, your clients will also get a lot of confidence that, okay, this person is someone who is working with experts and can actually help me. So that can be the first step, that as soon as you start your business, right, the after you have done, as I said, announced yourself to the world, after you have done 3 SIPs with your friends or family, after you have made a list of 100 clients, after you've spoken to them, the first thing you can do is actually invite them to an event. And let's say the 20, 30 who turn up to that event, then those people become your first prospects, who you then further follow up from that meeting with a one-on-one meeting, right? So that is a great way to generate client meetings, and that is something that we recommend to all our wealth partners to practice that. And you can actually, if you're comfortable giving this knowledge yourself, then you can actually also invite these people in small groups of 5, 10 to your home. If you are wanting to do one-on-one meetings, there's another great idea where you can invite some people and one-on-one meeting, lunch or dinners at your home. You can ask your family or yourself to make great food for them, impress them with the food, and then actually naturally start a conversation. So there are various ways to generate client meetings, but as I said, in India, we have only 3% people who invest. So everybody you meet can be a potential client, right? So that is something that is very important to remember. There are some other ways also through which you can generate client meetings, right? And I'm some of them work, some of them not work. But for example, one way that I've seen work is to speak to clients that you already know and ask them that have they done their goal planning, right? Do they know how much will it cost for their children to study in college, right? Have they actually prepared for it, right? So that is something that actually works as a hook for you to get a client, because you're not talking about a product or a sale. You're just saying that I've started this business and I'm doing these goal planning sessions with, some of my best potential friends and clients. So I want to do this with you, right? And you actually go ahead and have that conversation with them, that what have they thought about it? Because one thing that we often forget as clients and as ourselves is that whatever costs 10 rupees today will probably cost 20 rupees in 10 years from now, right? So if a college education is costing 10 lakh rupees and I don't have that 10 lakh rupee today, right? But I am thinking, college education for my kid will come 10 years later, right? But at that time it will probably cost 20 to 23 lakhs. Now, if I am not prepared with my 10 lakh today, how will I be prepared with 22, 23, 25 lakhs 10 years later, right? It's very important to have that conversation and make people realize that unless they start investing for those goals today, they'll not be able to achieve them. Right. There's another technique that if you know that your clients are already investing in mutual funds, then you can actually ask them for a free portfolio review session and tell them that this session will help them generate better returns on their portfolio. So that is another way you can generate client meetings. So there is no one common formula, but as I said, the best way is to, you will figure out your own techniques as you grow your business. But the best ones I already outlined for you. And I hope that you're able to use this video to generate a lot of client meetings for yourselves. All the best, and my best wishes to you.